So I'm delighted to be joined by Andrew Gamble, who is the founder, supposed to be the best way to describe you, of Hestia Clothing. We'll find out a wee bit more about what Hestia is and what you have on offer there. But I suppose first thing we should ask you is tell us a bit about yourself. Who are you? Where'd you come from? All that sort of
Well,
stuff.
well, I'm Andrew Gamble. Come from Lurgan, born and bred, as I say. And I suppose starting out, I started out quite young within business. I was self-employed from about 14. Started out fixing phones, just kind of tinkering away at laptops, computers, iPads, and stuff. And then in 2017, there I launched my first company. And that was just after I had left school then at 16. I launched the company then, I was about 17, 18. And still going then to this day. So we just hit 5 years there in May. And it would do like a website work or social media, graphic design. And then, yeah, from that, then we have the clothing company that just launched there last year. So been fairly busy between that. And then my 9 to 5 is I work for the Belfast Trust. So I am a team lead for the Encompass project, which is essentially a massive project that's merging all the trusts together and all the patient records together. So plenty on my plate, and I always like to keep busy. So yeah,
I can tell, but given that long CV from the age of 14, what age are you now?
I'm 24 now.
Jeez, only a pup. Only a pup.
I know.
Tell me this. How? So obviously you've set up the clothing range. How did that come to be? I mean, what inspired you to go and do that?
So essentially, it came from an idea actually during the first lockdown. So back in 2020. So I am such a lover of hoodies. Like my wardrobe is just hoodies nonstop.
Yeah.
And all different, designs and different brands. You have anything there from something from Primark right up to, Hugo Boss and flannels and stuff like that. So I had loved streetwear stuff and I'd loved that sort of style. And the problem that I had found was you had either really massive size variations or you had quality variations. There was either you had your low end, your sort of cheap and cheerful, or you had, really premium stuff that was through the roof. So essentially, as I went on and sort of had that passion for clothing, I thought I could do this better. I could source something better. So that was where the idea came from. And then with the name, it was actually quite a funny story behind it. So I had struggled for ages to get a name for it. I wanted something that, sounded a bit different because that was what essentially we wanted to be as a brand. We wanted to be, something that people could go, okay, yes, Hestia Clothing is premium. It is for everybody. It's not just for people looking to spend £300 on a hoodie or whatever. So it was a real struggle trying to find a name, and then even find a name that was available. So I was actually watching a film. I think it was something like, Clash of the Titans or something like that. And I heard the name Hestia. And for some reason, just something kind of sparked in my head. And I thought, okay, that's how we look here. That's how we research. And I'd find it was available. I thought the more I kind of played it over and over in my head, I thought, yeah. And I even actually went to other people and said, what do you think of this name? And they were like, yeah, it's all right, okay, yeah. And the more actually as it went on, people go, it's actually quite a cool name. It's actually quite catchy, so it's really picked up well. But yeah, from 2020, then it kind of sat as an idea for a while, and we looked at different designs for logos, and then really in sort of 2021, then by January time there, it really kicked off. So we were looking at samples, suppliers, looking UK based, looking abroad, looking at designs. We wanted to see what was out there at the minute. So looking at competitors as well and the types of clothing they were offering. And eventually then 6 months later, then sort of end of June, start of July, then we said, right, okay, we're ready to go. Launched at the end of July and kicked off really well. Our first day, without even any pushing, we done about 2,000 in sales. So we were really happy with that. It was a really great response from it. And then as time went on, we said, right, okay, I thought, right, we really need to go custom here. Let's go completely, back to basic, back to the drawing board. What have people been saying? What have people been requesting? Look at what we had at the minute, designs and so on, and print styles. A lot of what was requested was oversized wear, and people wanted, heavyweight, and they wanted, it was wee things like no drawstrings on hoodies and things like that as well. So we looked at it all, looked at different suppliers in as well, and eventually found a supplier across the water, got samples, washed them I don't know how many times to test, and put them through the ringer, and absolutely loved them. Looked at the different prints and stuff as well. And then at the end of September, then start of October, we approached the UK Business Bank for funding, and straight away then about 3 weeks later, then they came back and went, yeah, we love the idea, let's go with it. And that was kind of our real sort of stepping stone. We thought, right, okay, this is going somewhere. So we were really happy then to get our new stock then all produced and ordered. So that's actually what we have then at the minute. It was a while in the making, and I suppose getting over into the country and stuff with COVID and everything, but we're really happy with it now that it's arrived, and even the response from it has been far better than what I could have hoped for. We have people even messaging myself personally and stuff and saying, I've just been stopped in the street, or I've been stopped in the airport, and people asking, I love the color, where did you get this from? Or I love your hoodie, or I love your t-shirt, where did you get that? So it's been really, really good. Yeah. It's been really, I suppose, motivating to kind of hear all that.
You have a fair bit of hype about it. I'm glad you mentioned as well, that people are out there asking for hoodies without a drawstring, because I have one of my favorite hoodie is a navy Levi's one. And I have a wee man he's 3, and all he does is pull at it, and it really, really annoys me trying to get it back around to the right shaping, and that annoys me so much. So I'm glad you do that. You mentioned some of the support you've had there. I mean, you mentioned the UK Business Bank. I mean, who else has been giving you a bit of support in terms of getting you up and going?
So we initially, I had approached, actually it was the Banbridge Business Centre, for help. I wanted to, go sort of full whack with it and get as much support as I could. So they have been really, really good. And through that, we were one of 13 businesses within the ABC Council to get the startup grant for £500. So we're really happy with that. That was something we're very, very proud of. And they've been brilliant support ever since. We've approached them for a number of different things, and even Sino Business Centre out in Craigavon, who I've actually dealt with before with my other company. They have been very, very good as well, and helped promote us and push us out to a lot of their contacts as well. And then I suppose then after that, then we've had different support from, we were actually part of U105. There for start of June there, we were part of their daily competition for a week. So we were being announced out on the radio to about 250,000 people for a week. So we're really happy with that. It was a great support, and really boosted then our awareness. And then we've had them back, and then as from the likes of local MPs, the likes of Carl Lockhart, the DUP. It's been a great support, helped push us out as well. Talk a bit about us. And yeah, we're looking at a load of different things in it as well, a load of different projects and schemes. But in terms of support, it's been brilliant. Even with myself personally, in my job at the minute within the trust, the guys that I work with have been brilliant. And if I need to go and take a call for work or something, or take a, get out early for an appointment or an interview or whatever, they've been very, very good and support me from the start with that. And Plenty of friends and stuff as well have been buying off me, and yeah, no, it's been nice. It's been different for me. It's a whole new experience for me because I've never done anything like this before. I never had a background in fashion or clothing, so it's all been a learning experience, but it's been a good one.
Yeah. Well, what's next? I mean, where do you see this going? Because I mean, I had a look at your website. Some of the stuff was really, really good. Are you going to stick to the? I suppose is the best way to describe it affordable leisure wear. Would that be the best way to?
We describe ourselves as an affordable premium streetwear brand. So it's essentially gap in that sort of a middle bit of, it's high quality stuff, but it's also affordable. It's also reasonably priced as well, or we think reasonably priced. And I've even sort of challenged people to go in and pick up, say, like a Hugo Boss hoodie and one of ours and see the difference, see the quality, see the similarities, and even the price difference. I have one there that's, I think it was about £200 of a hoodie, and I put our hoodies against it, and our hoodies have better weight. They feel premium, they feel good quality, they're a high cotton, good quality print and stuff as well. They're strong, they wash well, so yeah, I mean, it's the sort of thing we kind of say. We challenge people to go and find something similar that at the same price. So I would say I would call it an affordable streetwear brand or a premium streetwear brand.
Yeah.
But yes, after this, we have a few different plans. So essentially, with the brand, it's been a real creative experience, but behind that, a lot of what I wanted to do, or my goal personally, is to help inspire young people to get into business and get into entrepreneurship, and especially locally. Um, I don't feel like it's kind of taught enough in schools or in any local groups. So it's something I kind of want to help push. So we will be looking into a lot of different schemes and a lot of different social enterprises as well, and working with different groups to help support them and help, if there's anything that we can do to help local business or help bring local business, then we want to look at it, we want to do it. So that's kind of a very big thing for me, is our social value. We really want to help push that. In regards to the brand, in regards to our clothing, who knows? We love the idea of Hestia Sport, which we're kind of hoping to start looking at within the sort of next 6 months to a year, and having a complete sport range or fitness range. We've been looking at different suppliers and different garments and how that would kind of work and our sort of designs, and yeah, we might surprise.
Yeah.
But at the minute, we're really excited. We just launched our workwear and uniform service to businesses. So we offer your sort of typical, your polo shirts, your t-shirts, fleeces, and so on. But also then we can offer activewear as a service to businesses, the likes of, fitness and health sectors and stuff as well. But we've been chatting to a few different companies about, custom workwear and stuff as well, or specialty items. And yeah, we're actually very excited to see where that goes, and the response that businesses take to that. Well, as I said, it's something I'm very passionate about, is supporting locals. So if we can help bring a bit of value then to local business and people, then it's a win-win, really.
Yeah. I suppose above all else, this is really a story of local news start that's been founded here and is now, I suppose, shipping globally. I'm sure you're very proud of what you've achieved.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely, when I look back at it, and especially where I kind of started from, I've come a long way. Starting out at 14, I dropped out of school then at 16, and that was kind of a really big thing for me back then, because it was the uncertainty. where am I going to go in the future? Am I going to be able to, you know, I suppose keep my head above water, you know, in regards to work in the future. So that was sort of time in my life when I was really like, okay, you know, what am I going to do here? So looking back at all that and kind of where I've came from, you know, and being self-employed and building two companies while also holding a 9 to 5 then as well and stuff as well. It's been a lot, but it's definitely been worth it. And I think seeing where the brand has gone with the clothing and even seeing where the marketing company has gone, you know, in terms of clients and work that we've done, you know, we've actually surpassed our 50 clients there with my other company and about 120 odd projects. So yeah, seeing where you start out to where you are now is such a big thing. And I think especially with the clothing, the first kind of real, you know, big thing for me, a milestone for me was seeing somebody, it was actually somebody on Instagram, I think it was the first time, had tagged us in a post. So somebody I didn't know, complete stranger, was wearing our hoodie, and I was like, that's pretty cool. You know, that's an achievement in itself. So yeah, I suppose it's about building up, it's about baby steps. But yeah, it's nice to see where it started to where stuff is now. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And who knows where you could be in the future. But listen,
this is it.
really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. Great chat. We've learned a lot about Hestia, so we'll keep an eye on you and see how you get on in the future. Listen, thanks very much
Definitely.
for joining us.
Thank you.